Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today, we're reacting to a video. It's called 14 Common Low Elo Mistakes People Make in Rainbow Six Siege. Let's get into it. Boom. Okay.
If you never made any mistakes in Siege, you would be champion overnight. That's why I'm going to give you the 14 mistakes that are keeping you hard stuck and stopping you from achieving the rank that you deserve.
If everybody was fucking perfect in Siege, my teammates wouldn't be selling my shit. And all you would have to care about is gunfights. I swear. Oh, okay. I'm gonna let the video talk.
Everything including how to take space, moving too much, the attachments you use, and even how you place your claymores will be in this video. There are timestamps below if you want to skip to a certain mistake. Leave a like if you enjoy, and let's get started. Now, the
let's
next
get into
mistake
it.
is not holding tight enough angles. So a lot of times,
Yeah,
right,
no, that shit
people are
pissed me
holding
off.
angles, they think they need to give themselves enough time to react whenever the enemy crosses. So for example, if Buck is on the right side here and then walks to the left, I am going to hold this wide angle to make sure that I have time to react to Buck's swinging. That is bad. Instead, you should be holding as tight an angle as humanly possible. So if instead
the amount of times my teammates fucking hold these shitty ass angles, so they're just getting sprayed down. You gotta hold tight. You might miss the shot, but you're not getting fucking slammed because you're on a tight ass angle. You can barely see you, and you can probably get your guns up, and you can kill that motherfucker.
I hold a very tight pixel like this, then whenever Buck crosses into the angle, all I have to do is move out to the side.
Exactly.
Buck, it seems like it is an instant pre-fire because he's not ready for me to just suddenly appear like that. So one, it's almost impossible to get killed off of this angle, and I have infinite time to react because all I have to do is swing out and pre-fire him before he makes it to the other side of the door.
Yeah, no, that's
this
true,
gives Buck
bro.
zero time to react and works on basically any angle. So even here in Sunrise, if I see
That's a
him coming
nasty ass
forward,
angle.
then I can wide swing him and he will
Dead.
not expect me on that angle like that. Now,
That's my type
next,
of angle.
you are not capitalizing on weaknesses. What I mean by this is if they don't have any wall denial, just get the wall open with like 15 seconds gone from the round. Right?
Yeah,
You should
yeah,
have
yeah.
this open as quickly as possible. Even if it's not a wall that you're going to end up playing, just get it
It's
open
just
fast
ghost
enough that
tech.
enemies have to.
It's literally just ghost tech. You have it open, so they don't know if you're gonna walk through it. It just gives that extra pressure on them that they think they have to hold that. Yeah, I get this. This motherfucker's good. This video's gonna be
Let's
fucking
say
good.
You're droning, right? You drive up main stairs and you realize they have no traps, no barbed wire. There's nothing on.
Bro, if there's no Malusi, crouch walk up that fucking stairs. Crouch walk up and slam this motherfucker.
Stairs, right? Maybe there's a guy playing.
See this motherfucker right here?
That's it.
Crouch
What you
walk
can
up
do
and
is
slam.
Use that to crouch walk up the stairs.
Bro,
and because they have
he
no
has
kind of
tech.
info
'Cause
on
that's
the
my
stairs,
tech.
It's very
That's
easy
my
to
tech.
walk up and kill anyone at the top of the stairs, or just catch anyone in sight off guard. You should get used to droning out and figuring out these weaknesses as quickly as possible. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that you can make in R6 is placing your claymores wrong. So usually,
can't place
when
them
I
wrong,
see people
can you?
place claymores, they place it something like this. If
Nah.
this is like how you place your
You can shoot
claymores, then
that.
know that you're doing it wrong. This makes it very easy for a zombie here to come up, see the claymore,
Yeah, you could
and
just shoot it.
Now you have nothing on your flank watch. Sure, maybe you heard them shoot it, but if they have a suppressor, then you're just dead. Now instead, what you should be doing is
Place it at
look
an
the
angle
wall
just so
while
one
placing
prong
the
goes
claymore.
through.
What this ends
Yeah.
up doing is it makes only one laser show. This will make
That's
the
peak, that's
claymores
tech.
much harder to notice. Even though it is still pretty obvious, you will be shocked at how much more often people do not see a
People
claymore
die to that a
when only
lot.
one
I don't
laser
die to it because I just
show.
always
The
check
next
my
mistake
angles with
is
it.
not abusing Thorn.
Thorn's
As of February
fucking
6th,
broken.
2026, Thorn is insane.
She's
Let
the
me give you a couple
top-
examples
top
of how
3
good
op
her
in the game.
utility is. So one
Top
way
3
that
op in the
Thorn's
game is
utility
Thorn.
very good is for information. The only real way for them to make it past the Thorn is to full sprint.
Isn't it
past
like
it. Now, even if they do
1
that, you still
second?
get info on where they're actually pushing, right? If the Thorn goes off, you know they're pushing in Hall of Fame. And if they are full sprinting, then it's very easy
Yeah.
to pre-fire them while they don't have their gun up. This will also work if they try to push past it and shoot it, because you will still hear the Thorn mine
'Cause their
go off,
back's
and
gonna
the
be
gun will
turned.
be pointing up at the Thorn mine instead of at you, leading to a free kill.
Yeah.
Thorn is also broken on windows. So for
Dude,
example,
you jump
if he
in a
tries
window
to
with
rappel in,
Barb?
even if he makes it in the window and then is
Dude, Barb Thorn tech with it activating in 1 second, it's broken. You literally, it's either you're injured or you're dead every fucking time.
able to turn around and try to jump out. Because of the faster activation, he does not have time. And if you place barbed wire...
Ad!
That's insane.
I got an ad.
Screen from here anymore.
I don't want an ad.
You don't deserve to
Oh my
so play a
gosh,
game
I
like
don't want an ad. Stop with the ads.
introduce major
Ah!
changes.
Okay, we're
there,
right there.
then he doesn't have time to run away. And if he turns to shoot it, then if you're playing anywhere nearby, then he is a free kill. And the final and potentially most
Dude,
broken
keeping one in your
aspect of Thorn
pocket.
is using them as an aggressive nade. So what I mean by this is, let's say there's somebody in bathroom here. If
This motherfucker stole that from Stompin. Stompin does that all the time, and he gets kills off that shit.
I want to push them, all I need to do is throw a Thorn Mine into the bathroom. The Thorn Mine will activate very quickly, so whenever it lands on the ground and then activates, they have two options. Either die
Swing.
to the Thorn
Bam.
Mine, or they can turn and shoot at the Thorn Mine. If they turn to shoot at the Thorn Mine, then it means their gun is down and they are an easy kill. Or if they don't try to shoot the Thorn Mine, then they will most likely die to the Thorn Mine. This also works for information if you don't know if someone's in a room, because if the Thorn Mine doesn't activate, then the room is probably clear because the radius is massive. Now the next mistake
You know what else is
not
massive? You know what else is massive?
using hard breaching tech. Essentially, you're just using every hard breach as a hard breacher, right? But there are a lot
Oh,
of
I do
hard
this.
breaching tricks that make it infinitely easier. We'll go over all of them, but first, let's start with Maverick. With Maverick, you can
Maverick,
make this entire wall
S-tier
soft
operator in the
only
game.
using roughly 1/5 of your canister.
It's
So
S-tier
all you need to
operator.
do is go to the top of the wall and go from left to right.
You gotta be
Once
careful
make it
not to get
this
C4'd
point, and
though.
Make sure that this little edge goes away.
You're gonna get
You'll
C4'd
see
if you do
stuff
that,
fall out of
though.
the wall.
You gotta be
Then
careful.
You can do the same thing on the bottom. Just do it all the way across the
Then it
bottom
goes
of the wall,
soft,
and
and
now
you get an
can see
ash.
that the wall becomes soft. Now, if you have a soft breacher on your team, they can open
Just
up
get a
the
s-
wall and it works
get
the
a
exact
ash.
same as a hard breacher. The biggest benefit is it also works if there is a bandit or a Cade on the wall. And there is
Yeah.
no way to counter this other than shooting him. Now,
C4.
next we'll go over Thermite. If this wall was bandited, then you have the issue where if you place the Thermite on the wall, it will get destroyed. However, there is also a way to
I
get
do
these
this tech.
bandits off of
I
the
do this
wall
tech.
with
I put it on the
Thermite. All you
floor
need to
whenever
do
it's
is if
banded.
there is a soft floor on the other side of the wall, then you can place the Thermite on this side of
And
the
it
wall.
opens
Just
it up,
place far
yeah.
enough where it won't be destroyed by the electricity. Then whenever you set off the Thermite, it will destroy the entire bottom of
And
the
you see it
wall.
like that,
Not only
yeah.
can this potentially get you a prone angle into the site,
does,
but if
most
it
of the
is a
time.
bandit or a mute, it is very easy to shoot them. And finally, we have Ace. Ace has a very
You can
similar
ace trick
trick
it.
to Thermite, but it makes slightly smaller holes. The nice thing about Ace charges is only this center part here actually gets destroyed by the bandit. So if you place the Ace charge down and the sides extend into the electrified wall, then it's fine. It will still blow up and destroy any bandits on the other
Just
side.
gotta care about
Wall.
getting
Or
swung.
if it doesn't destroy it, then prone and shoot it real quick. Now the wall doesn't have any electricity, and you can just throw an Ace charge on it. Now,
Yeah.
Ace can also use the exact same.
You can do it to
technique
hatches.
destroy electrified hatches. So if I place an Ace charge next to the hatch, it doesn't get destroyed by the electricity. But
Me
since
too,
the
though.
sides extend onto the hatch, it actually blows up this section of the hatch. If you do that twice, the hatch is open. Now the next mistake is giving yourself terrible timing. So let's say you spawn over here on Clubhouse.
What does
the
he
first thing
mean?
you want to do is you want to shoot down this window here. This will
Yeah.
make it so that way you don't make noise later in the round whenever you open up the window. It'll already be open and the defenders might forget about it. Now, whenever this wall is opening up over here, it makes a lot of noise. So whenever they activate, let's say the Ace or the Thermite, then what
Oh,
you can
that's
do is you can
tech.
drop down here using the sound to mask it, jump in the window,
Oh.
and because everyone will be distracted by the wall opening, it will be a bunch of
I might need to
kills.
do
A lot
that.
of times you can hop in, kill this guy here, kill anybody playing top garage through the holes, and essentially
Oh, I didn't
win the
think
round
about that
for your
low-key.
team. Now for the enemies,
This could actually
it'll feel
be
like
really
terrible
good.
timing because they'll be looking at this window here, then they'll look away at the breach. Now the second they look away to the breach, you jump in the window and you kill them. And it's because you figured out how to make the enemies have terrible timing.
That is
Now,
actually
the
tech.
next mistake is not taking space after you get a kill.
Taking
So if
space.
open
I
up
love
this
taking
wall here,
space.
then if there is an enemy playing in here, for example, right here, or maybe over here on this corner,
Swing
then
up.
if I kill that person and then stay outside, right? Maybe I'm
Someone's
worried
gonna
about
retake
someone
it.
swinging here. I just don't go inside. That's very bad. Once I kill that first person, I need to push in and I need to take the space. This gives the attack all of this extra space here. And that's because if you don't take the space, then it gives the enemy the ability to
He can just
retake
take
that
it.
space instead. If I look away for even 1 second and we don't have anybody in there, and then let's say I come back, Frost could easily be anywhere in here and kill me while I'm not expecting anybody to be there.
That
because
is
he
true.
didn't claim this space. Now the next mistake is droning too far ahead. When you are droning, you should only ever drone 2 rooms ahead.
See, I keep my drones in the room. Like, I drone a room ahead, then I bring my drone back so that I can have it, and I can have, if my teammate's dead, they can be on my cam and tell me when to swing.
Somebody in there, and now I take this space.
So
This will
yeah.
make sure that they do not have time to retake the space before you have it. For example,
Smart founders know something
Ads.
most people miss. Get your domain
Ads.
even if you're not ready to launch your
Ads.
business.
if I drone this room and then I drone this room and it's all clear, now I get off my drone and now I have to run all the way over there. With how long it takes for me to get there, it's very easy for someone
So you
to
have one of your
already
teammates
have
sit on your
taken space
drone.
by the time I
You just gotta have a
get
good
there. But if
team.
instead, I only drone 2 rooms ahead, right? If I'm here and I drone this room and then I drone this room, if all of this is clear, then if I get off of my drone, I will be close enough to hear anybody running in and know that they are there. Now, the next mistake is not saving your drone. What you should absolutely not be doing is driving your drone directly into the bomb
No. Or just get off fucking TikTok and drone.
site. You can get basically all the
No one
information
drones
that you
anymore in
need
solo
regarding
queue.
what operators
No one
they are
fucking
running,
drones.
etc., by staying outside of the bomb site and just watching them set up. For example, I just saw Mira. I don't even need to scan her. Now I leave and drive it back
Yeah,
to
but no one else
spawn. What
fucking
happens if you
drones, and
drive
no one
your
talks
drone
in
into the
solo
site
queue, so you
during
have
web
to
phase
fucking
and
hard
get
ping.
shot, is now you've lost half of your information.
You
that
literally
would
have to, 'cause your
otherwise
teammates suck.
had. Especially since drones directly lead to kills constantly, right? If I see Mira here on this
yes.
angle and I do a Z ping, then it makes her an easy pre-fire and an easy kill.
That is
A
true.
huge mistake that you are making is not using the clock properly. So if this person is allowed to just run in and start the plant here, or let's say maybe you're just playing back here in Hookah, sure, you can play back here and maybe deny the plant, but there's also the chance that they'll be able to smoke it off and get the bomb down. This is just a 50-50 fight. This is not what you want to have. You need to
You want
play
like a
in spots that'll help
60-40.
delay the time. For example, maybe put some Jaeger ADSs back here or some of my discs over here and play behind this bar here.
You're gonna
They've
get
taken
fucking
15 seconds to
grenaded.
get to the
Oh,
bomb.
Jaeger.
Then they've wasted a minute clearing you out of here. And now your teammate is maybe right here behind this bomb, maybe here behind
That is
pink
actually
bar, and then
smart.
you also have somebody here. Now they're gonna have to go to this window. Maybe they need to send somebody VIP side. All of these things
can see
are
all
going to
this
take
shit
way
working.
more time than they have. Another thing you can do to help delay time is run more trap operators. For example, if you have Legion in certain places,
Legion?
especially
Trap
right
ops.
next to
I love
doorways
me
like
some
this,
trap
as you can
ops.
see, it still covers half the doorway.
I
So when
love
they
trap
walk
ops
through,
so
They
much.
still get hit by the Legion mine. This means they have to back off, take it out, and now they have to check every single doorway and constantly be looking at the floor to make sure they don't step on a Legion mine, which also potentially makes them a much
They have to
easier
shoot as
kill
well,
since they're
so
not
yeah.
actually looking at you. These kind
No
of
one really looks at the
psychological
floor.
tricks and just holding extra areas on the map help delay a ton of time and will win you a ton of rounds. Now the next mistake is moving too much. This
Yeah,
includes
don't
things
over
like
fucking
leaning,
s-
walking,
don't over
side to
swing
side,
shit.
crouching, or even proning. The issue with that is it makes it much harder to aim. So
Makes
for
a lot of
example,
noise,
if I'm
too.
ADS'd at this thing here. If I lean to the right, then my crosshair is no longer on it. If I lean to the left, my crosshair is no longer on it. If I crouch, my crosshair is no longer on it. If I prone, my crosshair is no longer on it. If I move from side to side, my crosshair is no longer on it. Meaning for all of those things, right? Every
don't really
time
like
you lean,
this
every
one.
time you move, every time you crouch, you have to try and compensate for it with your crosshair, putting a lot more stress on your aim. Because if I peek somebody, right, and then I lean this way, then I need to compensate. Oh,
Why
and
the
then
fuck
I
are you-
crouch, right? I'm trying to dodge bullets. But look at how much my crosshair
No one
goes
actually
off of
fucking
it. This
aims
is
like
if
that.
You don't have perfect aim, right? All of your crosshairs.
No, I got
are going
perfect
to
aim,
go
so I don't
all
give a
over
fuck.
the place,
I'm gonna do
and
what the
this is
fuck
going
I
to
want.
cause
Fuck yeah.
much better time in Siege. Now, the next mistake is exposing yourself to too many angles at once.
Mm,
So, for example,
yeah.
let's say I'm going to push into Penthouse here. What a lot of people end up doing is they just kind of hope that they see them, and then they get hit by something like this. You're just exposing yourself to too many angles and not actively
Play
checking
farther
them.
back, swing
Instead,
farther
you
back.
should be methodically clearing angles. For example, first I check this angle here. Then I'll peek out and I'll check behind these couches here. Then I need to check back here. Then I need to check this angle and this angle and this angle. And then finally, I would end up seeing Ash after I check here and swing right here. I need to check all of those spots. And
Yeah.
since this was one of the angles, I would end up seeing Ash. Maybe you are checking angles, but you're not being thorough enough. So you're checking this angle, and then you're kind of looking behind the couch here, and then you're kind of looking, checking this angle, and then Ash kills you here because there's
That's a tight
extra
ass angle.
that you didn't check. Now, the next mistake is using the wrong attachments. A lot of people say that you should always use ACOG, flash hider, vertical grip, and
Depends the
laser.
gun.
Now, while I agree this is typically the best
It's typically what you use, but it
combination
depends the
of
gun, really.
attachments, that's not always true. An obvious example is any time you can run
You can
a
run DMR.
If you're going to run a DMR, then yes, the ACOG is still good, but you're going to run a muzzle brake and a horizontal grip, and a lot
Yeah.
of times no laser, since you're going to be holding lots of angles. Another example is shotguns, right? You always want to run
I run
sights,
Holloway.
you want to
I
run
like
a suppressor
reflex
if it
C.
has it available, and then you always want to run a laser on it. And finally, there are a lot of full auto guns where other attachments are better. For example, if you're going to run the G36, this has basically no recoil at all. So you're either going to want to run a suppressor or an extended barrel. The extended barrel will give you extra damage, and the suppressor will make it harder for the enemies to know where they are being shot from. And then
Yeah,
even on
definitely.
other guns, let's say for example Vigil's K1A, you are going to want to run a horizontal grip on it, right? You want to run the flash hider with the horizontal grip because an extended barrel and a horizontal grip kind of does make the recoil crazy. But because Vigil has almost no recoil, the horizontal grip giving you that extra speed on a roamer is extremely useful. And then finally,
Just get off
sometimes you do
fucking
want to
Vigil.
run the
Compensator on
This is if
Jaeger
the
is
operator has a lot of
insane.
horizontal
It's
recoil, as you can
insane.
see by the recoil pattern. If the bullets go out to the side a lot, that is what the
This guy's
compensator
actually
will
really
help with,
good.
whereas the flash hider helps with vertical recoil. Now, the next mistake is not swinging enough. A lot of Siege YouTubers constantly preach the fact that you should stop over peeking and swinging too much. While this is good advice, I think it has gone too far in the wrong direction.
swing or be
Now it
swung
feels like
now.
People are constantly afraid to peek, where they
Can't be
just end
afraid.
up sitting in a room like this for basically the entire round because they're not willing to swing.
Baiting. That's what it's called. It's called
Right.
fucking
Sometimes
baiting, and I
just
hate people that bait.
swing. Now you can get help from
I will
things
sit
like
my ass on a
flashbangs,
shield
right?
if I have
You
to
can
and
flash out an
swing.
Angle. This lands at her feet because flashbangs are proximity based in Siege. It will still blind her. That will allow you to take the space with her being fully blind, and you'll be able to kill her behind the pillar here. Or maybe you drone it out first, ping where she is, and use that to pre-fire. But in any case, sometimes you just need to take the space, right?
Yeah.
You need to play aggressive and you need to swing. Even if it's scary, you have to do it.
Okay, that was a good video.
This is how I use Grammarly, isn't it?
That was a good video. I'll see you on the next one though. Peace out, bitches.